Good evening, Greg here, burning both ends, burning on the back end of Monday. 10 weeks left in 2018. It is the 22nd of October, 2018. It's 11:49 p.m. Pacific. And this evening I'm lighting up a conversation about patience. So I answered this morning about patience, and I just continue to see it paying off in so many different places. And it's like, I don't know, I'm starting to get like a lot of satisfaction from having that patience, and then getting the persistence in and delivering the ask, and then kind of in a very respectful way, and then coming back and patiently waiting again, and then prepping for the next ask. So it's just because I guess maybe this is just a result of our modern lives, but I find that people tend to be so busy. And I think that technology does support us being busier and more productive. And so my experience is that with the patience, with the persistence, and the very careful nudge, if you will, that people are very appreciative of that when it's done right. When it's done at the right interval and there's plenty of space for people to breathe. And it's kind of funny because Google has this new in Gmail, this new kind of nudge thing. This, if I get an email and I don't respond to it in about 3 days, Google will bring it to the top of my inbox and put some red text and say, "Oh, you got this 3 days ago. You want to reply to it?" And I'm like, wow, 3 days? That's it? Give them a break. Let them give it a shot. But that's just kind of like a gauge as to when we should respond to emails. But what I'm talking about is more like this kind of this asking for help and having someone help in some way, especially like with Fundraise up. But also I find it in the 9 to 5, in these projects that we're working on, these very technical, very complicated projects. It can take a week or 2 or 3 for someone to really get back to you with a good answer to a tough question. So and kind of staying in the mix with that person while they're going through this process to see what might be able to help. And then sometimes I find, and I think maybe as a project manager this is a really good thing, is that sometimes just me taking the initiative to schedule a meeting and bring some people together just to have a conversation, because I find that some folks they just, that's not something they do, right? They don't mobilize folks, they don't and so I find if I take that action and say, hey, you mind if I set up a meeting between you, him, and that person, and then I'll just join and take notes, and they're really appreciative of that. And so so I find that that's kind of analogous to I'm asking one of my friends for help for an introduction to a nonprofit, and I just gently nudge them every, I'd say I'm like in 7 to 10 days kind of a thing, just to remind them. And a lot of times they really appreciate it. So just kind of like the power of patience and persistence, and how it literally pays off. And then also something that I'm really leveraging is I'm really getting into this sweet spot with the pitch for Fundraise Up. I'm real comfortable with it, and so I'm just continuing to talk to people and cough is pretty much gone, and I'm just realizing how people are just awesome. They want to help, and it's just phenomenal how much they'll help. It's just incredible. And the more I talk to folks, the more I find out. I was talking to a really good friend of mine named Chin, and turns out that she took a course 2 years ago in Facebook advertising, which is exactly what I want to start doing. And so she gave me a few nuggets. She's going to send me some things, and actually she's going to work with me on it a little bit, just to help me out. And she said that she got some pretty good results from a static little little advertisement that led to a form. They were trying to see if women would be interested in a certain kind of sanitary napkin or something, some really biodegradable thing. And so they just sent out a little ad that led to a survey, and it was she said that they got in front of a couple 10,000 people in India, and I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So anyway, not that we're doing sanitary napkins, but just the prospect of starting small and simple with just a static thing, and maybe that just leads to a survey. Maybe we're going to go to a new country and we're going to see what kind of the interest is in Fundraise Up, and I can imagine if there's enough interest, that could attract investment dollars, things like that. Of course, we can just go right ahead and sell. There's no doubt about that. I still think we would need like a video, like a landing page video, right? Like, so the static ad was just a little picture of text or something. Click video, 3 to 5 minute video that kind of just draws out the whole thing. I think that would still be needed. So, anyway, just want to reiterate, talking to folks, asking for help. I'm not very good at it, but I'm just like, this is one of the things that I'm doing that I'm just like, you know what, I know I need to do this, so I'm just going to do it. Even though I'm uncomfortable doing it, and especially in those like seconds before it's going to, this conversation or the meeting's going to happen or the conversation's going to happen, I get like some cold feet. It's kind of interesting. I'm just like, you know what? And I remember the same feeling in I-Corps when we were getting through the interviews. And I remember in the early stages thinking about that, but then that went away, and it just, you get to an interview and it just flows. And same with Fundraise Up. I think I'm like crossing that threshold right now. So very psyched about that. And then just to wrap things, so this channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur, and I'm really in a hugely grateful spot right now with how this year has been going. I definitely would say that, a lot of the hard work from this year and the realizations early, and just, kind of really putting the work in. I'm really grateful with where I'm at right now with the current project. Excuse me, got my bubbly water here. Where I'm at with the current projects, with the 9 to 5, with the side hustle. Really, I think I'm in a really cool position right now, and it's kind of early, and it's I'm really enjoying the day to day, and I'm psyched about it, and I'm psyched about just like what the next 18 months, 24 months is going to bring. It's going to be very exciting. A lot of cool hardware at work. We're going to be building a lot of great things. I'm going to have a great opportunity to just meet and engage with and deepen relationships with a lot of folks at work. Same with like the Fundraise Up crew. We're just going to have a lot of fun together. It's just a matter of just keeping the motivation going, keeping the hustle going. I don't think I'll have much problems with that. So I will wrap there. So if you like what you hear, this is all about my journey. Subscribe, comment down below. Would love to hear what you have to say. If you have any questions or you need any help with anything, I'd love to give it a shot. So ask away. In the description, there are some great links down there, some great motivational links. The beat in the background, G Money, is my alter ego. I write these beats. They're on SoundCloud. Check them out if you like that kind of thing. I also include my ends from this morning in the description. So y'all be good. Get some rest. Wake up tomorrow. Light it up. Crush it. Inspire folks. Do great things. And I will end you in the morning.